back to the NHL on MHS.
Scores! Unbelievable!
Vincent Story!
What a shot!
Shot scores!
That is your winner!
Scores! Sam Ryder to highlight reel goal as the Panthers are back-to-back Stanley Cup champions.
We welcome you to Vegas. The Montreal Canadiens on Friday night rivalry hockey come to T-Mobile Arena to face the Vegas Golden Knights with a new edition of Mitch Marner. Welcome you in, everybody. I'm Max. Glad you're with us here on the NHL and MHS. If you could notice, my background is not matching today. So let me fix the camera there before we get going. So I don't know why it's acting up like, I don't know. Whatever. So, the Montreal Canadiens, I'm Max, glad you're with us here. Montreal has gone 3-4-3 in their last 10 games. Vegas has lost 3 in a row. They are 3-2-5 in their last 10 games. For Vegas, they have been kind of shaky this year. They're 10-5-8 to start the season. Montreal is 12-7-3. They're 4th in the Atlantic Division. Vegas right now is struggling as they have 8 overtime losses in their 8 overtime past regulation losses, and even though they're getting points, they're not getting the wins, and right now they have more losses than they have wins, and kind of shocking scene from this Vegas squad. And apparently when we saw Mitch Marner come to Vegas, we all thought, oh, great. He's gonna reckon the whole league. No, it really hasn't been like that, and Mitch Marner has made some mistakes in some games for the Vegas Golden Knights, because last game against Ottawa, he had the chance to tie it in the shootout, didn't, and he kind of fumbled the puck there at the end. In one of the games against Anaheim, he gave the puck right away, and the Ducks won that game in overtime. And what about the Ducks? They have been very good to start the season as well. For Montreal, they just re-signed Mike Matheson, and to a 5-year deal, I believe, and I believe he's going to get $6 million AAV. We'll go into that contract detail later on in the game and later on in the broadcast. So this should be an interesting one for sure. It seems like Montembeault is going to start for the Montreal Canadiens. He's 4-5-1, a goals against average of a 3.71, save percentage of a 852. Against Schmid, 9-1-4, goals against average of a 2.47, save percentage of 900. We'll be right back with the game coming up next here on the NHL on MHS. We're back, everybody, here on the NHL and MHS Friday Night Hockey. Starting goalies for tonight, Sam Montembeault and Kira Schmid for Vegas. He's 9-1-4. 2.47 goals against average, a save percentage of a .900. Montembeault has a .852 save percentage, better than his previous record, I believe. And Montembeault, .813 save percentage in his last 4 appearances. Yikes for the Montreal Canadiens side of goaltending there, as they probably want that to improve a lot here, especially on the road here in Paradise, Nevada, in Vegas. T-Mobile Arena. There's a sphere, I think that's what it's called, with the. It looks so weird. Sphere is actually so weird. I've never been to Vegas, but that is one of the craziest things. There's Jack Eichel, 11 goals, 20 assists, 12 power play points. That's tied for 5th most points in the NHL this season. As we're about to be underway here in Vegas, as Jack Eichel, probably one of the big contributors to this Vegas squad, and trying to keep this squad afloat right now, because, I mean, they are looking for some wins, and they're not getting them right now. There's been multiple cases where they've had multi-goal leads and have not been able to get the wins, as their defense has not been able to close out games. That's been one of the troubles for Vegas as we're underway here. Shot back in by the Golden Knights. Montembeault plays it behind his own cage, rimmed it all the way around the perimeter as it's turned over right into the slot. A backhander from distance was covered by Montembeault 12 seconds in. Sissons with the backhander. There is the bench. There's Martin St. Louis, the head coach of the Montreal Canadiens. Led their team to the playoffs last year in a wild card position against Washington. As this played along the boards, as Montreal had won the face-off. Fighting for the puck still, as it's still stuck along the boards. Dobson, Riley Smith trying to get it free. Dobson trying to fish it out. Still fought for. Comes free, and Matheson will move it ahead, who got the contract extension earlier on today. Shot back in by Anderson. Goes into the corner. Turned over by the wall. Texier sent it out in front. Anderson trying to get it. Riley Smith will move it ahead. Kolasar right through the middle, just forces it in. There's Lane Hudson. Man, is he good for the Montreal Canadiens. Is in the first couple of weeks of the season, they were going crazy, Montreal, and with these rookies, Lane Hudson, and obviously their mainstays in Caulfield and Suzuki and Slavkovsky. Shot back into the far corner into the Vegas zone. Eichel backhands it around as Bowman was trying to get it out. Now he gets the puck, and he'll move it ahead. Bounce back, and Cole Caulfield gets through a check McNabb. Cole Caulfield's shot was stopped by Schmid. Shot back in by Montreal. That's the first good chance of the game here, coming off of Cole Caulfield's stick. I mean, what can you expect from Cole Caulfield? He is just a great all-around player. Shea Theodore will move it right through the middle. Mitch Marner trying to get through. Here he comes. Mitch Marner on the far wing. Dropped it in the middle. Shot. That goes wide of the net. Right in the slot. Eichel sends it behind the net. Marner looking. Shot towards the net. Was blocked, but it rolls back to Montembeault, and he makes the save. And these are the key parts of the game for both teams. Montreal need to win their battles in the corner, and Vegas got to clog it up through the middle of the ice. And seems like that's been the problems for both teams this season. We have a lot of games going on. We'll have that in our intermission report. All the score updates. We already have 2 games completed. One in Boston and one in Detroit. As it's rimmed all the way around. And Demidov almost gave it right into the middle. Man, oh man. The top line for the Canadiens, Caulfield, Suzuki, and Bolduc, played along the wall as Schmid has some trouble with it. Yes, the third line's out here for the Canadiens. Slavkovsky, Kapanen, and Demidov played along the wall. Demidov trying to get it free. Marner, both the 93s converging on each other. It's shot back in by Vegas. There's Mark Stone on the ice now. His return to the Vegas lineup as he was injured for around 20 games, I believe. And now the captain for Vegas is back in the lineup trying to make a difference. His first game was against Ottawa. Here in this building, they lost in a 4-3 shootout. Veleno along the wall. Centering pass goes to the top of the crease. Moved ahead here by the Vegas Golden Knights. Looking to counter here. Onside with it. Side trying to receive the pass. Couldn't get it. Played along the wall. Gallagher clears it out to center. And it's picked up here by Vegas. Hannafin has the puck now. Plays it back. Whitecloud will shoot it back in from center. Montembeault stutter steps on Hurdle as he was trying to move the puck away from Hurdle. As Hannafin's shot deflected towards the net. Save made. Montembeault. And another long distance shot from the point going towards the net front of Montembeault. And he was able to make the save there, and the defense has been able to clog up the lanes there. It got through, but there was some traffic. Vegas trying to get the win here. Obviously, they have lost 3 in a row. Last one in an overtime. Last time these two teams met, I believe, Vegas lost 3-2 as Montembeault shut the door. One of the flashbacks. Shot by Riley Smith was blocked on the way through. Sissons blocked his own man's shot. Hannafin gets it back. Hudden, now a long distance shot that was blocked on the way through. Smith steals it away from Carrier. Goes back to the point. Here's Hudden. Stutter steps and sends it deep into the corner. He rimmed it all the way around instead. And tied up along the boards. Hudson trying to get it out. He will at the center ice. Kolasar has some trouble. Sticks were tied up there. Riley Smith carries it in. Montreal's 8-3 against the West this season. They've only lost 3 times to the Western Conference. The last time, I believe, was a 7-0 loss to the Dallas Stars in the Bell Center. Shots right now are 2-1 in favor of Vegas. Struble has it between the circles in his own zone, deflected back in. Montreal's back in onside the pass. Couldn't connect there for Demidov. Kapanen along the boards, and the Vegas Golden Knights look to counter the other way. Here's Jack Eichel. Eichel carrying it in with some speed. Eichel slows it down. Centering pass. Backhander through the top of the crease. No one was there for Vegas to put it home. Eichel has the puck now again. Eichel just very smooth and creating opportunities for this Vegas squad. Here's Eichel again. Great pass by Barbashev. Centering pass by Eichel to the top of the crease. Theodore at the blue line. Barbashev. Trouble there as his stick was tied up, and Montreal is able to clear it out of the zone. Slavkovsky's going for a change. Almost with too many men there. Eichel. Both teams were going for changes as Mark Stone now has the puck. 2-1. The shots favoring Vegas as they move it ahead here. Howden. Rimmed it all the way around. To the point. It's held in. Rimmed it all the way around once again behind the net. That's deflected. As Marner, Stone shot blocked into the netting and out of play. Vegas carrying the offense here in the early going here. Almost 5.5 minutes into this game is a great chance here by the Golden Knights. McNabb on the backhand. Couldn't get it through, and then the rebound bounced into the front of the net, and no one was there in goal to put it home. Howden trying to win the faceoff, couldn't, as Montreal needs a clear here, and they haven't been able to get one. Hannafin mishandles at the blue line, and he'll have to go back. Whitecloud. Braden McNabb with 67 blocked shots this season. He leads the NHL with those blocked shots as Hannafin carries it through. Shot it around the perimeter, and it's Mark Stone trying to get to the puck and tied up along the wall, and Anderson forces it out to center. Cole Caulfield's already on a 5-game point streak, a goal and 4 assists. Trying to extend it here in Vegas, in the Sin City. Montreal has the puck in their own zone as it's deflected. Here it comes Gallagher on the far wing. Gallagher trying to center one as McNabb was in the way. Great defensive play there by McNabb. Plays it off the boards out the side, and he couldn't reach the puck. Gallagher chips it back in. Theodore has it behind his own cage. Theodore right through the middle. Here comes Hurdle. 3-on-3 as they try to counter into the zone. Veleno steals that away, almost stolen away by Dorofeev. And flipped out of the zone by the Canadiens. Here comes Hutton. On the far wing, will shoot it back in. Dorofeev tied for team lead with 11 goals this season. And a takeaway right at the middle of the ice. Riley Smith has it in the corner. As Texier now wins the puck battle and he'll move it ahead. Or try to as Vegas continues to hold the puck into the zone. Man, Montreal right now is having some trouble getting the puck out of the zone. They still do. Matheson couldn't clear it, and it pops right into the middle for Evans, who clears it out to center ice. Bouncing puck, and there was Anderson trying to get to the loose puck. Texier has it in the corner. Rimmed it all the way around for Hudson at the blue line, and he could not hold it in as it's called offside. As they were trying to get something going, and the play was offside, so they couldn't. 0-0. Less than 8 minutes into the first. We'll be right back. Scoreless here in Vegas. We welcome you back inside of the T-Mobile Arena. I'm Max, glad you're with us here on the NHL and MHS Friday Night Hockey. As Montreal's last game was against the Utah Mammoth, they played tonight as well. Montreal, a big win there, 4-3. Suzuki with 2 goals and an assist got them to the victory. They play tonight, Utah as well. They play against Dallas, and send our regards to Clayton Keller, who just lost his father. And yesterday on Thanksgiving, and send regards and condolences to the whole Keller family. And we do not know if he's going to play tonight in Dallas, but we will be able to give you information soon, hopefully. Eichel in the high slot. Shot! Save made. Montembeault had a huge save there on Jack Eichel from distance. Barbashev has it in the corner. Demidov trying to get it free. Moved ahead here by Hudson. Slavkovsky back for Hudson right to the middle. Hudson drops it off. Along the boards, Kapanen. A broken stick there. And cleared out by Vegas. Ivan Barbashev right to the middle. We'll just flip it back in. On goal save made by Montembeault. Struble has it behind his own cage. Suzuki passing it far wing back for Struble right to the middle. Shot from a tough angle. Deflected to the corner. Suzuki trying to get it. Feeds it back to the point for Dobson. Up high, Matheson. And that pass is picked off by Theodore. And a 3-on-2 for Vegas. Maybe a 4-on-2. Shea Theodore to the net. And a delayed penalty upcoming as the shot went wide. And Vegas will go to the power play. See what the call is here. I believe Shea Theodore drew the call. Let's see what the call is. There's a little bit of an argument.
Montreal minor Ray, 2 minute minor for slashing.
A slashing call. And so, Montreal will go to the box, and Vegas will go to the man advantage. And I believe they slashed Theodore right there, driving towards the net front. And so, Vegas will get a power play. And we will see what they're able to do here on this power play. Jack Eichel's out there. Obviously, the top unit's going to be out there for Vegas to start it off here. Evans in the face-off dot for Montreal. And Hurdle wins the draw. Off the face-off. Marner across! The one-timer by Dorofeev goes wide. What a pass by Marner on the start of this power play. Eichel has it along the near boards. Eichel continues to wait. 8th ranked power play in the NHL. Stone to Eichel. Jack Eichel delays to Stone down low. Stone centered. Oh, what a save on Hurdle. Hurdle trying to get it. Anderson rimmed it around and gave it away right back to Mark Stone. Eichel along the boards, pressured by 2, centering pass. Stone across. Dorofeev wasn't ready for the pass. Stone to Eichel. Eichel drifted into the circle, passed it across. Dorofeev, the deflection by Hurdle went wide. Stone along the board. Struble trying to clear it. Not cleared yet. Stone passed it for Eichel in the far corner. Eichel centered up top. Marner. Touch pass. Dorofeev. Dorofeev continues to delay to Stone. Hurdle's parked in front. Eichel at the goal line. Passing it up high for Marner. Shot. Blocked in front. There was a lot of traffic right there. Dorofeev along the boards. Hurdle still parked in front. Stone to Eichel. Jack Eichel looks to Marner. Back for Eichel. Slaps it across for Stone. Slowly back up for Eichel. Eichel shot. Save. Rebound. What a save. And it's knocked away before Stone can get the other rebound. Eichel to Marner. Shot. Blocked on the way through. It was cleared along the boards. Eichel holds it in. Montreal needing a change. They won't get it. Stone to Eichel. Eichel waits. Down low pass. Hurdle. Stopped twice. Rebound cleared as it's finally covered. Wow, what an opportunity. Mark Stone centering pass. I don't know how that did not go in. Hurdle. Wow. Got robbed right there by Montembeault. Man. Wow. What a chance. 9:22 left to go. I believe the power play is still going for less than a second here, I think. Or with 7 seconds left, my apologies. Sissons out there with Kolasai. They're just going to put the regular lines out here. Kapanen and the face-off won by Sissons. Theodore has the puck. It was poked away by Veleno. Vegas power play is over. They're 0 for 1. Riley Smith back to the line for Theodore. Sending it deep into the corner. Kolasar. Pressured by Kapanen. Centering pass. Sissons. Couldn't get the puck. Kolasar and Sissons tie up. Jack-Eye now. Rim it all the way around for Veleno. Looking to clear it. He will. Shots are 10-1 in favor of the Golden Knights. And still scoreless here in Vegas. Deflected back in by Riley Smith. Montembeault plays it behind his own cage. Jack-Eye has it. Banks it off the boards as Montreal looks to clear it. Here's Jack-Eye with the puck now. Moves it ahead. The drop pass back for Jack-Eye. That pass for Veleno didn't connect, but there's no icing. Jack-Eye rimmed it all the way around. White Cloud as Barbashev will move it ahead here in Vegas. Another odd man rush on the far wing. Dropped it off for Barbashev. Drops it back off to the point. White Cloud winds 1-1, and that one goes wide of the net. Jack-Eye forces it in deep. White Cloud has the puck now. Howden has the puck, and he'll move it ahead right to the middle. Touch pass for Howden. And it's poke checked away. Barbashev trying to get it back. And Hudden fell down. It was Bowman, actually. Pardon me. I've never commentated these two teams in a long time. So these names are not familiar to me. McNabb will play along the boards. Barbashev clears it out to center. That'll be an icing as it went down the length of the ice. 7:36 to go here in the first period. Montreal and Vegas scoreless here at the T-Mobile Arena. And there's been a lot of opportunities for Vegas in this one. I mean, there's been none for Montreal in this one at all. It seems like this is just not one of those games where we're going to see a lot of offense here from Montreal in the first half. Because right now they're playing a defensive mode because, I mean, Vegas is coming with all fire right now. Matheson waits, plays it across, shot, save made, a huge save. Schmidt with the opportunity. As it's sent deep into the corner, Jack-Eye back to the point. Matheson's waiting there, shot, gloved. Schmidt through traffic. Able to make the save, that's his third save of the night. And good stop there from distance from Dobson, and we'll be right back. 7:18 left to go, first period. We welcome you back here on the NHL and MHS. I'm Max Glad you're with us here on the NHL and MHS. And we're scoreless here in Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. There is the assists per game leaders. There's Mark Stone, Eichel, and Suzuki on that list. Others are Quinn Hughes, William Nylander, McDavid, Gostisbehere, Makar, McKinnon, and Zachary Benson. I mean, the Zachary Benson one just looks off. Compared to all the other names on there, and then it's just a one random Buffalo player on there. Zach Benson's on there. Kapanen cannot win the faceoff against Howden. Played it along the boards. Montreal's trying to get to the loose puck. They only have 2 shots here in the opening 13 minutes of the game. Hannafin across, and the pass couldn't connect. Trying to clear it out of the zone here, and they cannot. Howden to Stone along the boards. Back for Howden. Centering pass for Marner, couldn't connect. Here's Hannafin. Plays it across for Howden. Matheson tied him up. And Marner intercepts. Shot towards the net, was blocked on the way through. Montreal will move it ahead as Slavkovsky will shoot it back in. Kapanen rolled it around. Demidov couldn't get it. And Mark Stone will get to the loose puck and will move it ahead. Clears it out to center. Hudson deflected across as Kapanen avoids the check there from Whitecloud. Hannafin has it in his own zone. 6:20 to go in the opening period here in Vegas. Hurdle, cutting in, shot, save! Rebound was loose. Caulfield rimmed it all the way around. Suzuki got tripped up there, and a penalty upcoming to Vegas. Delayed call. And it's going against the Vegas Golden Knights, and the Montreal Canadiens power play will have a chance to dent the scoreboard here. Cole Caulfield has the puck. Delayed call coming up to Vegas. Cole Caulfield. Stutter steps on Dorofeev. Pass got through. Dobson. Dobson drops it off for Caulfield. Chip pass to Jack-Eye. Jack-Eye. And that got through Caulfield. 6-on-5 advantage because the goalie pulled. Jack-Eye scores! On the delayed call. Montreal's up 1-0. What a play, what a pass. 1-0 Montreal here at T-Mobile Arena. And of course, my stream tries to go off here. Man, oh man. What a pass. It was not Jack-Eye, it was Bolduc. My apologies there. And apparently my feed is now going to give up now. Great. If it's not one thing, it's the other thing. Man, this has not been a good day. Hold on, everybody. I'll pull this up somehow. So Slavkovsky gets the setup to Bolduc and not Jack-Eye, as I previously mistaken. And it's 1-0 Montreal. We'll be back. I've been terrible at commentating today, so my apologies. And Bolduc actually got the goal and not Jack-Eye. I saw a 7 and I thought, okay, that has to be Jack-Eye. No, it's not. So, my bad on that one. Slavkovsky, what a pass to Bolduc, who was wide open on delayed call. And it's 1-0 Montreal due to that. Off the draw. Vegas will move it ahead. Here's Barbashev carrying it in. Pass on the far wing. Barbashev will get it back. Bolduc 6 of the season at 14:30. Slavkovsky with the main assist on that one. I think Caulfield got the secondary assist on that. And Montreal's up 1-0 as Texier will move it right into the middle race for the puck here. Evans looking to center it. And Texier was tied up there. The other way comes Vegas. Jack Eichel, look at him go with some speed. Eichel feeds it across, deflected by Evans' stick. Rimmed it around as it's Bowman trying to get to the loose puck. Eichel gets it. Eichel feeding it down low, and it goes towards the goaltender in Montembeault, and he covers it up. Montreal, best team shooting percentage, 13.7. They're on the top of the list. And Dallas, the second team in shooting percentage. And the other two, Chicago and Tampa Bay, and then Colorado. And Chicago has had a good season so far. or a decent season at least, especially when they thought it was going to be one of those other seasons where they're just rebuilding. 11-3, the shots favoring the Vegas Golden Knights, but it's Montreal striking first. Bolduc's 6th goal of the season. Hannifin's shot was blocked on the way through. Where's the puck? The stick went flying up in the air. Veleno will pass it back. Hudson, Evans, flips it out to center. Veleno has the puck now in his own zone as he carried it back in. As Montreal just trying to regather here, as Carrier will send it down the length of the ice and will go for icing. And with 4:17 left. See, I'm just not having a good game tonight. I'm not. I really just not had a good period here. I apologize for y'all if you're listening, and I've made every single error I could possibly make here tonight. Man, I'm just way off my game. 4:17 left to go. Man, this is not like me. This is probably the problem when you don't do two teams consistently. Haven't done Montreal or Vegas in a little bit. Off the draw, tie up here as Marner's trying to get it free. Gallagher will move it ahead. Montreal's 8-3 when scoring first. And they look to continue that trend and make it a 9-3 record. Howden trying to clear it, held into the line. Here's a chance. Matheson passes it down low. Centering pass and the shot. Deflected wide into the corner. Gallagher rimmed it around. Feeds it back to the point. Held in. Dobson. And he'll get it again along the boards. And he missed the puck there. Back in the Montreal zone. Joe Veleno. And he'll leave it for Matheson. Matheson with 3:30 left to go here in the first period. 1-0 Montreal leading. Great pass of Kovsky at the side of the cage. Demidov centered shot. What a save. Schmid robbed Kapanen right in front of the net. Prevented it from being 2-0. Man, what a save. What a save by Schmid right there. Great pass by Demidov. Holy moly. Unreal. Unreal stop right there. Read that all the way through. Kapanen robbed. Right in front. Montreal might not have the majority of the shots here, but the chances they have had, they have been top tier. Kapanen in the faceoff dot against Eichel. 4 shots for Montreal, 11 for Vegas. Eichel getting warned, and he wins the faceoff. Held at the line, though, as Theodore looks to move it along the perimeter. And Vegas will move it ahead here. 2-on-2. Eichel trying to get through. Couldn't. As the other way is a breakaway. Kapanen's on the breakaway. He's on alone. Oh, what a save. Schmid again. Schmid has stopped Kapanen twice in the last minute. And the other way comes Eichel. Eichel to the net. Now goes behind the net. Centering pass, and it deflects away. Wow. Hannafin has the puck now. And it's turned over to Suzuki. And the other way come the Canadiens once again. Caulfield sending it deep. Bolduc. Caulfield to the line. Hudson. Back for Caulfield. Shot. Save. Rebound still loose. Suzuki. Got a whack on it. Didn't get much on it, though. Caulfield. Switching places. Struble. Hudson. Struble again. The pass from Suzuki. Struble behind the net. Hudson gets it again. He plays it across for Suzuki. Caulfield. Bolduc's in front. Hudson to Caulfield along the boards. Suzuki and Caulfield switching positions, and Struble could not hold it in with less than 2 to go. Struble has the puck now between the circles as Montreal starting to find that offense here in Vegas. And Vegas has been second 11 shots for a little bit here. Shot back in by Evans. Slavkovsky. Anderson. And it's played along the boards. And there's Dorofeev clearing it out to center. No icing here. Asada was trying to race to the puck. Shot from Barbashev. Hurdle went wide of the net. Man, I am just not my game. Hurdle back to the line. Shot from distance. Played it down low, and a deflection was there. Goes to the top of the crease. Played along the wall with 70 seconds to go. Stone centering pass off a skate, and the other way comes Evans. Evans almost on a breakaway. The pass bounced on his stick. Man, oh man, another breakaway opportunity almost. Shot back in by Vegas. Hutton. And it's turned over along the wall once again. Mark Stone, another interception there. Vegas could not hold it in, though, as White Cloud will get it at center. 40 seconds to go here in the opening period. 1-0 Montreal, coming from a goal from Bolduc, not Jacky. Icing on Montreal with 32 seconds to go. Oliver Kapanen has had opportunities in this game. He had a breakaway right here. 1-on-1. Denied by Schmidt with the glove. And man, he was robbed twice. One in the slot and one on a breakaway. Man. He's had some chances in the game. Or else this could be a 3-0 Montreal lead if Schmidt hasn't made those saves. If he does not make those saves, Montreal could be down by, or Montreal could be up here in the game by a lot. Heading into this intermission, but they're only up by 1 on a delayed penalty call. And that was Bolduc's goal. Slavkovsky with the pass. And we'll talk about that in our intermission report while I recover and trying to sound like a real commentator. Shot from the line was deflected into the corner. Eichel. Vegas looking for a buzzer beater here to tie the game. Barbashev along the wall. Fighting for the puck still with 18 seconds to go. And Montreal will clear it out of the zone, and Gallagher trying to move it ahead. Hannafin tying him up. Gallagher trying to go between the legs and couldn't. Hannafin played it right into the middle. Barbashev chips it back in with 5 seconds to go. Montreal has the puck with 3. Veleno plays it across. Turned over with a second left. Barbashev right at the net front. Couldn't get the deflection in time. Almost a buzzer beater there. We'll be back. 1-0 Montreal here at the T-Mobile Arena here in Vegas. We'll be back. for you back inside of Vegas. Period number 2. Montreal's up 1-0 off the goal by Zach Bolduc. And it's a 1-0 Montreal lead in the first 20 minutes of the game. I'm Max Glad you're with us here on NHL MHS. As Montreal is trying to win 2 in a row as they won in Utah in their last game. Vegas trying to get a win or else they will lose 4 in a row, which is very unlike the Vegas Golden Knights as of recent. This season, though, has made some struggles here for the Vegas Golden Knights. It's just been one of those years, and if they continue like this, it might not be too hot for their playoff chances. Eliminated in 5 last year to the Edmonton Oilers. Hannafin will rim it all the way around as it's cleared out of the zone, potentially here by Riley Smith, not out just yet as Dobson held it in for a moment. Whitecloud across, shot back in, Dorofeev off a skate, Sissons has it. Sissons across, that pass is deflected off of Anderson, sticking right into the slot. Sissons along the boards, Hudson trying to get it. Dobson, pardon me. Back to the line. Kolasar's shot. Pad save by Montembeault. Vegas is 1-4-3 when trailing after the first period. They're going to need a comeback here. Sissons rimmed it all the way around, or tried through, as is knocked down by Dobson. Passed it across Matheson, who got the contract extension. I believe of 5 years, $6 million AAV. Back into the Knights. Pass down low is deflected away. Great play by Struble to deflect that puck away by his skate. Theodore played it around Suzuki. Hudson will flip it out of the zone. It will be all the way down for an icing. 1:13 into the second period. Still 1-0 Montreal, and an icing here on Montreal there. And this is a great chance. Bowman was trying to center this puck to Barbashev, and the great stick there, or skate there, by Struble. Got the skate out and deflected the pass away into the far corner. Not being able to feed that pass there was Bowman. 12-6, the shots favoring Vegas. It's off the faceoff. It's won by Montreal. Cleared out of the zone once again. I believe it's going to be another icing. Yes, it will be. Caulfield is trying to beat the icing, and 2 consecutive Montreal icings happen on the last 2 plays of the game. A lot of games going on right now in the National Hockey League. A lot of 3 o'clock starts in the Central Time. And some games about to start just now in the 4 o'clock p.m. Central Time. So a lot of games here. 15 games in the National Hockey League. Shot blocked on the way through. Rebound was still loose. Eichel has it. Shot on a turnaround chance. And it's stopped by Montembeault. Montembeault has been big. He was really big on that Vegas power play that they had in the first period, where they were just shooting and creating all these grade A opportunities, and Montembeault was big in that power penalty kill for the Montreal Canadiens. I can't even speak. Suzuki and Eichel in the face-off dot. Instead, Suzuki gets kicked out, the captain of the Canadiens, and it seems like Bolduc was take his place, or there's a little bit of confusion here. Realignment, and now it is Bolduc. Or now, no, it's not. They were just all just saying, no, you go ahead. No, you go ahead. Now it's Caulfield taking his place. Eichel, linesman taking a little bit here. This is going to be Eichel and Caulfield on the face-off dot. Eichel wins the face-off. Barbashev right into the glove of Montembeault. Minute and a half into the second period here in Vegas. A lot of games here tonight, and we'll give you the score updates around the National Hockey League. Sorry we didn't do our intermission. Eichel wins the face-off. Shot from the line by Whitecloud was blocked on the way through. Bowman has it along the wall, trying to feed it back to the point for Theodore. Couldn't. Bowman trying to get to the puck now, and Hudson intercepts. Bowman chips it in. Hudson will get to the loose puck. He'll play it across as they'll look to move it out of the zone here as Hudson gets it once again. Suzuki carries it in on side. Suzuki cutting through. Suzuki backhand pass right to the middle. Got knocked away. Held in the zone by Montreal. Suzuki. Caulfield. He scores! Cole Caulfield A short side shot that beats Schmidt, and it's 2-0. What a shot by Cole Caulfield right there. And that's the magic we see from Cole Caulfield in the National Hockey League. Man, what? Wow. What a shot. The short side shot right at the goal line. Schmid didn't even see where that puck went. He thought that hit the crossbar and stayed out. No, it did not, man. It is a 2-0 Montreal lead. Cole Caulfield, a short side shot that beat Schmid up 2:07 into the second period, and it is 2-0 Canadiens. Wow, what a shot. Jack-Eye trying to clear it. Korzak couldn't get it. Stone feeds it deep into the corner. Howden. Brett Howden has the puck. Leaves it for Stone. Mark Stone rimmed it all the way around. Back again for Howden. As they've been the only two people to touch the puck, instead, it's going to be Matheson who takes it away. Marner on the forecheck trying to get the puck back. And Matheson trying to clear it, couldn't. Stone knocked it down. Matheson trying to clear it again, couldn't again. Korzak and then a bad pass back to the point, and it's going to be forced out by the Canadiens. Back in are the Golden Knights. Stone trying to feed it. Here's a chance. As it goes back to the point, Sod shot, save, rebound was loose. Hurdle was parked in front, trying to get a deflection. Dobson trying to play to Matheson, couldn't. Stone feeds it up high. Hurdle's shot was stopped by Montembeault. And still, Vegas cannot find that scoring touch. There's right now, it's a 2-0 Montreal lead. Cole Caulfield, what a bad giveaway by Barbashev at the blue line, and then a great shot here by Cole Caulfield, the stutter step. And man, what a shot. Can't believe he even got that through. And on 2 goals on 7 shots here. Hand pass there at the line, and they get another whistle. Right now, in another game right now, it's scoreless in Carolina. It's 0-0, the Winnipeg Jets and the Hurricanes. Cole Caulfield with 13 most even-strength goals this season. He had 27 last season. Morgan Geekie with 14 leading the league. McKinnon and Marchand tied at 12. And Cole Caulfield almost with half of his even-strength goals he had last year. That's unbelievable. And we're in like around 20 games into the season. That's Cole Caulfield's 14th goal of the season. 2:07 in. Bolduc and Carey with the assists. Is a man. And he also had an option across the ice in the other circle with Suzuki. So he had 2 options. He decided to take the shot, and it was a perfect one to beat Schmid. And it's a 2-0 lead due to that. Carrier plays it off the wall. Kapanen out of the reach of Demidov. Slavkovsky will shoot it back in. Schmid will play it behind his own cage. Hudden had some trouble there on the forecheck. Kapanen. Hurdle looking to clear it, and he will out to center. Vegas has not been able to move here a lot through the middle of the ice. They've clogged it up here in the neutral zone. The Montreal Canadiens. Here in the second period at least, they have just... Montreal's looked better overall in this middle frame. And Vegas will have to look to respond here as they haven't been able to get much. Sissons around the boards. Tied up there with the referee as the puck was just stuck in the referee's skates. Forced out by Montreal, and Korzak will have the puck now. He'll move it ahead. Kolasar trying to feed it back in. Couldn't. Knocked down by Struble. Moved ahead. Here is Bolduc, the first goal scorer of the game. That was on the delayed call. Theodore fell down. Fans wanted a penalty. Won't get it. Caulfield feeds it back to the point for Matheson. Rimmed it all the way around and stolen it deep. Up in the air. Evans. They thought that was out of play. One of the Vegas players. It was not. Bolduc trying to get to the loose puck, and Theodore steals it away. Theodore creates some room now, and he'll move it ahead. Riley Smith will backhand it back in. Matheson now behind his own net as he got the pass from Montembeault. As we're almost 6 minutes into the second period, deflected, so no icing. Montreal installs it in deep again. Evans behind the net now. Anderson has it. Anderson installs it deep into the corner. As Montreal with possession here in the offensive zone. To the net and a save, Dobson. Man, oh man, Dobson driving towards the net front. Had a good chance. Hannafin. And played off a skate. Matheson steals it away, almost. Matheson holds it in, couldn't. Anderson will shoot it back in. McNabb now with the puck. Move it ahead for Eichel. Bowman to Eichel between the legs. Eichel across. Barbashev slows it down. Feeds it back for Eichel and his skates. Bowman gets it in the corner. Up high. A shot! Deflected wide as Barbashev couldn't get the rebound. Korzak will go back in his own zone as Vegas looking to clear it. Out to center they did. Montreal will install it back in deep. Gallagher to the loose puck here as Hudden was pressuring him. Gallagher up high. Shot! The one-timer deflected wide of the net from the point. And Marner will move it ahead. And flips it in deep. To the corner. Howden rimmed it around. To the far side. Stone lost the handle there. And Gallagher gets hit, but he is able to clear the puck out of the zone. Marner dropped it off. Here's Howden 1-on-3. Struble stole it away from him. And it's shot back in. Theodore tied up with Slavkovsky trying to get to the loose puck there. Howden. Pass was picked off at center by Demidov. Comes in with some speed. Chips it into the corner. McNabb pressuring him. Behind the net is Kapanen. He'll feed it back to the point. Shot! Blocked on the way through, and Howden will move it ahead. Howden off a skate. Marner couldn't knock it down. Jack Eye in the corner. And Montreal looked to clear it up, and Demidov has it once again. Shooting it back in from the blue line, hit the face of Whitecloud. Demidov centered! Still no whistle. Whitecloud got hit in the face with a puck and still no whistle. Slavkovsky passes across and a save made. Good chance there. Hurdle and Whitecloud still bleeding. He is literally bleeding ice. He's bleeding on the ice right now. Whitecloud is literally bleeding on the ice, and there is still no whistle until we finally got one. Man. A solid 30 seconds without a whistle there. 12:10 to go. 2-0 Canadiens. Cole Caulfield, the goal to make it 2-0. Welcome you back here at the T-Mobile Arena here in Vegas. And it is a 2-0 Montreal lead here on the road, and Vegas looking to get back in the game, and right now they have not been able to get anything here. Whitecloud just got hit with the face, with a puck right to the face, and he started bleeding on the ice, and that's why there's a little bit of delay here on the ice. Demidov shooting it right. It was, I believe it was deflected by one of the Vegas Golden Knights right there, right into the face of Whitecloud. And he was bleeding for a solid 30 seconds, and he was, yeah, man. Got cut really badly. He was spitting out blood near his mouth. believe it was cut near the lip, his bottom lip there, and man, that's something you don't want to see there. Unfortunate there for Whitecloud. We'll see if he comes back to the game with some stitches. He's not on the bench from what I see right now, as he went down the tunnel. And Vegas looking for the response as they dominated the first period, and then they got scored on a delayed call, and then Cole Caulfield, a short side shot that beat Schmid. Makes it 2-0. Still delay here on the ice due to the blood that was dripping out of the face of Whitecloud. And we still have a delay here. Right now, Carolina's on the power play in the Winnipeg game. I'm just looking around all the other games in the National Hockey League. We look like we're going to be back right here. Eichel looking to win the faceoff. Instead, it's Suzuki at center. 2-0 lead and a icing here on Montreal. Right off that faceoff at center and a go back into their own zone. And see if Vegas can create some offensive pressure here. And they haven't been able to do that since like their power play. Mitch Marner, new headliner, 8-year, $96 million deal on July 1st in the free agency. He hasn't had much here in Vegas. And especially the record right now hasn't been the hottest either. Theodore almost gave it right back into the middle. Eichel will move it ahead. Mitch Marner only 4 goals this season. He's been very good in the assist department, though, with 18. Been able to set up a lot of guys out there. 22 points in this young season for Mitch Marner. Hasn't done bad, but, I mean, obviously doesn't have that pressure anymore in Toronto. Hudson played it across. Shot! That deflected wide, Suzuki. Caulfield drops it back off to the point. Struble across for Suzuki. Nick Suzuki passing it down low. Back for Suzuki once again to Struble. Point to point. Shot. Deflects wide of the net as he'll go for a change. And Struble's the only one that was stuck out there. Back into the Knights. Eichel towards the net front. Eichel on the goal line. It's stopped by Montembeault. What a save. Eichel was trying to get his own rebound, and he is stopped by Montembeault right at the goal line. Wow. Montembeault has been fantastic in net. That one actually hit the post at the side of the net. And it bounced right back to Montembeault. Man, what a chance. What a chance. Vegas knocking on the doorstep. They have 17 shots. Montreal has 8. 8 shots. Man. Jeez. Hannafin will shoot it back in. Vegas looking to get something here. Rimmed it around. Dorofeev has it along the boards. Dorofeev feeds it back. Shot by Korzak, deflected off the backboards. Hurdle trying to bank it in from a sharp angle. Couldn't. Dorofeev now controls the puck in the offensive zone. A shot. Save made by Montembeault. Clear to the corner. Stuck along the wall there. And Dorofeev will feed it back to the point for Korzak. Pressure here by Vegas. They needed it. Feeds it deep into the corner. Hurdle. He's tied up. Along the boards. Matheson trying to get to the loose puck. Saad digs it deep. And Saad was able to feed it back to the point for Hannafin. Saad gets it again from the pass from Dorofeev. Here's Hurdle. He shoots and a save off the pad. Rebound, Korzak shot, and he missed it. Pressure here by Vegas and a giveaway right at the blue line. Montreal will just instead dump it back in deep. Man, oh man, what a shift for the Vegas Golden Knights right there. Gallagher's parked in front. They got to be careful. Vegas. Korzak's covering the middle. Stone as well, but Gallagher's out there. Right in the middle of the ice. He's waiting for that puck battle to be won by Montreal. Instead, it's won by Vegas, and Korzak will bank it off the boards for Stone. Hudson hold it in. And now they're calling a whistle here. They thought that was offside. Valeno's confused about that. 9:33 left to go. We'll be back. 2-0 Montreal. We'll be back. We welcome you back inside the T-Mobile Arena here in Vegas. And it's a 2-0 Montreal lead. The latest goal coming from Cole Caulfield, 2:07 into the second period. We haven't had a goal since. We welcome you in. I'm Max. Glad you're with us here on the NHL and MHS. And a lot of action going on in the National Hockey League. I just checked the feed. What's going on Twitter? Tage Thompson got in a fight with Stefan Nason. Right now, Kirill Kaprizov broke the tie against Colorado in Minnesota. And Carolina's going on another power play. They had a fight there, a scuffle. Everyone got together there. A lot of action going on in the National Hockey League right now as just a bunch of games are on and a lot of action, obviously. Mitch Marner banks it off the boards. A 2-on-1 here. A cutter in front. Here's a chance for Vegas. Stone and a blocked in front. Sapkowski blocked the shot from Stone. And the other way come the Montreal Canadiens. Hudson. Wow. What a chance. Again, for the Vegas Golden Knights. Haven't been able to get nothing, though. Howden knocked off the puck, and Kapanen will go behind his own net. Carrier was trying to get the pass. Turned over to Marner. Centering feed, no one was there. Slavkovsky will intercept. Flips it back in from center. Theodore has the puck now in his own zone. Less than 9 minutes left to go here in the second period. 2-0 Montreal here at the T-Mobile Arena. Eichel slows it down, carries it in on side. Eichel, centering pass. Korzak couldn't connect. Stone will have to go back. Literally got held there. Suzuki taken down in the corner. Caulfield gets the puck once again. Matheson now to Caulfield again. Bolduc carries it in. The top line out there for Montreal. Suzuki. The pass from Bolduc across the ice. Caulfield leaves it around for Hanifin. And Vegas regains possession here. A 2-on-1 again. Barbashev to Eichel. Eichel between the legs. Centering pass for Hanifin. Couldn't connect. The other way come the Canadiens. 2-on-1. Caulfield dropped it off. Matheson, a shot. Deflected save. Caulfield robbed of the rebound. What a save on Schmid. Shot. Gallagher denied. And another save. What a saving sequence there. Schmid coming up big for Vegas. Wow. And Stone got cut, I think. Maybe got a high stick. So Stone setting up the opportunity right here of the rebound. And, man, I think it got high stick here by Suzuki. He getting held there. And he was hooking. Yeah, he wanted a call, obviously. That did look like a penalty. And I don't know what happened here. Just great stuff. Great stuff by Schmid right there. Akira Schmid kept keeping the game a 2-goal game. Stone was cut near the eye area. And a little bit of physicality here. As first it was White Cloud who got blood to the face. They didn't call anything. And then now Stone got cut around the eye. As Montreal's kind of gotten away with some stuff here. Sissons wins the faceoff. But the best saves of the game coming from Schmid in the game. Icing on Vegas. 7:46 to go here in the second period. And it's still a 2-0 Montreal lead. Faceoff again stays in the Vegas zone. As Montreal forced Vegas for an icing. And with 7:46 to go, the shots are 19-9 here in the second period. Right now, that's the total shots right now in the game. Kolasar will shoot it back in to the far corner. Right now, you got to think Vegas. How can we get through Montembeault? As he struggled in his last couple of starts this season, and right now he has been on his game. Back in. Sissons a shot. What a save by Montembeault. On the rush, and everyone gets together at the side of the net. And everyone gets together. And Kolasar got taken down to the ice by Jackeye, Arbor Jackeye. 7:19 left to go here in the second period. Riley Smith was tied up with some Canadiens there, and let's see if we get any penalties out of this. Great chance by Sissons right here. Great pass by Riley Smith. Kolasar and everyone started to get together at the side of the net. And, man. Vegas' frustration starting to show here a little bit here. There's some penalties out of this. They're going to say a roughing call on Kolasar. And Jacky also goes to the box. I believe we play some 4-on-4 hockey here. So Arbor, Jacky, and Kolasar to the box, and we'll have some 4-on-4 hockey, see if it opens up here. It's Montreal, a very speedy team right to the middle of the ice, and Vegas can get you really bad on their rush game. So, I mean, this is going to be interesting what we see on this 4-on-4. But, man, how has Montembeault been a game saver in this game for the Montreal Canadiens so far? Held him in the first part of the first period, and once they got the lead, he's been big in some parts when trying to hold on to their 2-0 lead, being outshot by 11. The shots are 20-9 in favor of Vegas, and they look to get something here on this 4-on-4. Eichel will get kicked out of the faceoff dot against Caulfield, as Stone will take his place instead. Mark Stone wins the faceoff. Vegas looking the counter here. Shot! Theodore missed it. McNabb forces into the corner. Carrier has some trouble. Backhand pass to Hudson. And here's Lane Hudson. Moving it ahead with 7 minutes to go in the second period. Hudson carries it in. Slows it down. Feeds it back out to center to Suzuki. Slows it down again. Here's Hudson. Carrying it in off the pass from Carrier. Carrier knocks down the pass from Hudson. Carrier up high for Hudson. Hudson delays, stutter steps. Hudson again. Look at Hudson go with that puck possession right there. Suzuki feeds it across. Caulfield wide of the net. Man, what an opportunity there. And Lane Hudson was just skating around with that puck for a long time, able to find the opening. Here's Eichel the other way. Look at a counter here for Vegas. Stone up high. Korczak across. Eichel's shot deflected into the corner. Suzuki lost it. Korczak off the glass. Stone will get it. Off the bench is Barbashev, I believe. Hanifin. No, it's actually Hurdle. Hurdle. Plays it around for Marner. Back for Hurdle. Hurdle waits. Passed it. Korczak. Back for Hurdle again. Tomas Hurdle trying to feed it for Marner. That pass is picked off. Hurdle gets it back up high. One-time chance for Hanifin, couldn't go. And the other way come the Canadiens, 2-0. Caulfield's all alone. He shoots it wide. What a chance. And he shoots the puck wide. Cole Caulfield had two chances on this 4-on-4 and couldn't convert on them. Or else it could be a 3-0 Montreal lead. We'll be back. 5:38 left to go. We welcome you back inside of the T-Mobile Arena. A huge opportunity for Cole Caulfield to make it 3-0. Yeah, on two opportunities, actually. Suzuki setting up Caulfield on the far wing. He's shooting it wide. And the chance on a 2-on-0 turned into a breakaway. And Caulfield, I think, shot that puck wide of the net. Yep, he did. He did shoot that wide in. He just looks down at the bench thinking, how can I not score on those two grade A opportunities? Man. 20 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. And a delay off the face-off. We'll have a restart here. 4-on-4 with another 20 seconds left on it. Howden's out there for Vegas, taking off the face-off against Slavkovsky. And Slavkovsky looks to win the face-off, couldn't, and Marner will circle back. Marner in his skates will move it ahead. Onside with it. Howden has it in the corner. Tied up with Dobson. Marner trying to get it free. Marner has it. Marner got knocked down from behind by Slavkovsky. Pardon me, everybody. I'm still congested. A takeaway here. Here's Howden. Howden centered. Shot. Save. Rebound. Still loose. Whacking at the puck. Couldn't get it. Hudden. Marner now. Mitch Marner from up high. Mitch Marner shoots. It was blocked on the way through by Matheson. Slavkovsky will shoot it in deep into the far corner. Theodore lost it along the boards. Bowman will move it ahead. Marner to Bowman. Intercepted, and Carey has the puck now. Moved it ahead. As he'll roll towards Schmidt, and he'll cover with the glove. Cover the puck with the glove there with 4:34 left to go. And some grade A opportunities for the Golden Knights. Mitch Marner not on the bright side of them, as he got knocked down there in the corner. 4:34 to go here in the second. Still a 2-0 Montreal lead in a Friday night hockey showdown rivalry. And Mitch Marner, not much on that. And the 4-on-4 is probably expired by now. It has. Up high at the point. Here's Hudson. He shoots into the glove. Lane Hudson from a long shot from the blue line right into the glove of Schmidt. And with less than 4.5 to go here in the second period, Vegas has to get something here. They've outshot the Canadiens by a wide margin, but it hasn't been able to work here as the opportunistic Montreal Canadiens have been able to bury Vegas twice here as they're up 2-0. Cole Caulfield, the latest goal scorer, and he could have had more. If we're all being honest here, Cole Caulfield could have more in this game. Hudson across. Struble so wide open. He shot that one wide. And the other way come the Vegas Golden Knights. And that pass couldn't connect. Howden was trying to feed it for Dorofeev, I believe. And just couldn't win the puck battle. That's one of the things Montreal's done in this game. They've been able to win all the puck battles, or the majority of them. Herta will move it ahead for Dorofeev right to the middle. Stuck in the skates there, and it's flipped out by Montreal at the center ice. Bouncing puck, and it's knocked down there. Hannafin has the puck now. Moves it right to the middle. Backhanded back in by Hertl to the far corner. Hertl trying to get it. Throws a hit there. Fell down on the process. And Veleno will chip it back in. Theodore has it behind his own cage. 3.5 to go here in the second period. 2-0. Montreal leading. Intermission report coming up next after this period comes to an end as they're up 2-0 Montreal. And we'll go over the scores in the National Hockey League. McNabb rimmed it around. Can't clear it out just yet. Sissons moves it right into the middle. Theodore. This could be the chance here for Vegas. Dorofeev shot, and a save made by Montembeault. And into the netting and out of play. A 2-on-1, and Dorofeev couldn't put it home as another huge save by Montembeault. A big one there, right there. Right off the blocker. Man, that's a very good stop there. Very good stop. On a 2-on-1, he was trying. There was no way to pass that puck across to, I believe, Theodore. Face-off won here by Vegas once again. They're out shooting the Canadiens 22-10, and they still have no goals. Stone hit the crossbar, I believe. Marner to Theodore. Might have grazed the crossbar. Marner trying to feed it, and Suzuki went down. And Caulfield will regather in his own zone. Matheson banks it off the boards outside of the vacant penalty boxes. Schmidt trying to knock it down. Caulfield trying to get in the corner. Hannafin's pressured there. Bolduc, Caulfield trying to get it. And Stone will move it right into the middle for Marner. Mitch Marner trying to feed that for Stone again. Got stuck in the skates of Suzuki. Back into the Golden Knights. Eichel has it. Eichel up high. Eichel still has it. Feeds it across. That pass can connect for Marner. Shot! And that goes wide of the net. That was McNabb with the opportunity. Bolduc deflected into the corner. Eichel has it with 2:05 to go here in the second period. Eichel trying to make a dent in the scoreboard. Eichel carries it in, trying to feed it across for Bowman, and that didn't connect. Top line's out here for Vegas in the last 2 minutes of the middle frame. Theodore has the puck behind his own net. We'll move it ahead for McNabb. Deflected back in. Could be a 3-on-2 for Vegas. Here's Bowman. He tried to knock it down off the pass from Barbashev, and they couldn't connect. Deflected again, and Barbashev trying to hold it in. He did. Barbashev made a move on Demidov, and Whitecloud could not hold it at the point. Whitecloud has it. Now he has a different helmet. Now he has a bubble because he got hit in the face with the puck, as it probably got some stitches on his face. Banked off the boards. Here comes Vegas. They look to make a dent here on the scoreboard. Howden installing it deep, and again, almost cleared out of the zone once again. Montreal's had some trouble clearing the puck here in the late stages of the period. Dorofeev went down in the point. 55 seconds to go. Dorofeev got knocked down again. Struble right to the middle. Here's a pass for Evans. A breakaway. Save made by Schmid. 47.4 to go, and a big save by Schmid right there on Evans. And is there a penalty out of this? I believe it's a delay of game.
Middle of the ice.
2 minutes for a delay of game.
Hutton sent that puck out of play after the fact, after the save by Schmid, and Montreal is going to go on the power play. Well, that's making things worse for yourself right there. And a chance here for Montreal to go up by 3 going into the locker room, going for the third period. If they don't score here in the last 47 seconds or so, then they'll have 1:13 of power play time when we return for the third period. 22-11, the shots favoring the Vegas Golden Knights. They haven't been able to score, though. Ben Hutton with a delay of game penalty. And it's cleared again by Vegas down the length of the ice with 40 seconds to go in the middle frame. Montembeault. Hudson now has it. 23.1% effectiveness in the National Hockey League. That's 10th ranked in the National Hockey League. This power play for the Montreal Canadiens. Bolduc sending it deep. Suzuki. 25 to go in the middle frame. Knocked down. Pass back up high for Hudson. Bolduc between his legs, and they can't hold it in. Shorthanded come the Knights. Sissons forces it deep into the corner. Along the wall, it's fought for. Theodore's wide open in the slot. Doesn't come to him as the Canadiens win the puck battle. We're through with 40, and it's a 2-0 Montreal lead going into the locker room in a power play when we return to the third period. We'll have a lot to talk about in our intermission report, though, with all the action going around the National Hockey League. We'll be back. 2-0. Montreal over the Vegas Golden Knights. We welcome you to the intermission report. Pardon me, everybody. I was dealing with something. But let's go over what has gone on in the National Hockey League, scores around the National Hockey League right now. This is a very good game in progress right now with 7:22 left to go in the third period. 2:30 start. 2-2 in Minnesota, the Avalanche and the Wild. And right now the Devils and the Sabres, 2-0 Devils. Right now it's 4-2 Flames over the Florida Panthers. The Panthers have started to skid a little bit, and they're going to really need to benefit from Matthew Tkachuk's return, or else this could be a dent or potential obstacle they have to face if they want to three-peat. Right now it is 3-3 in Long Island. It was a 3-0 Flyers lead, and now the last 3 goals by the Islanders going into the third period. It's a 3-3 game in Long Island. 2-1 Ottawa over the Blues. Right now our game 2-0 Canadiens. Third period starting in Anaheim, a 2-2 tie. And right now a 3-2 Sharks lead as Canucks were up 2-1. And right now, the difference in the Sharks game, right now 1-0 Maple Leafs over the Capitals and a 1-0 lead for the Hurricanes over the Jets. Games following that one, Penguins, Blue Jackets, Predators, Blackhawks, and the Dallas Stars and the Utah Mammoth. The Stars are going to debut those new 1999 jerseys, the reverse, and then 6-3 win for the Lightning over the Red Wings. Red Wings have lost 3 in a row, and the Rangers beat the Bruins 6-2 on the road, and that's a stomping in Boston. We'll be back with the third period coming up next. Welcome you back, everybody, to Vegas. The 2-0 Montreal lead heading into the third period. And they have a power play that was from the second period. Cole Caulfield, the only goal scorer in that second period, 14th goal of the season. Vegas had 11 shots in each 2 periods, and they haven't been able to score on none of them. 5 shots for the Canadiens in the second. They had 6 in the first. And it's a 2-0 Montreal lead, and they have a chance to make it 3-0. A goal and an assist, 2 shots on goal, his 8th multi-point game of the season. Cole Caulfield. A good performance here this afternoon in Vegas. 2-0, Montreal leading. And we'll see if they can convert on this power play that is 10th ranked in the National Hockey League. No power play goals so far. We had a delayed penalty goal by the Canadiens, but nothing of a power play of sorts. Shot back in by Hudson. With a minute left to go on the power play for the Canadiens. That's forced back out to center. No one was at the point. Hudson has it, and he has it between the circles. Lane Hudson drops it off. Here's Suzuki right to the middle. Suzuki banks it off the boards to himself. Montreal 5-2-1 when leading after the second period. Slavkovsky tried to center one, and that one's picked away and cleared by Vegas once again with 30 seconds to go on the man advantage for the Canadiens. Lane Hudson gets it once again. Moves it ahead. Lane Hudson shovels it across. Bolduc shot blocked on the way through, and Whitecloud clears it down the length of the ice. Play by Montembeault. Howden was parked in front trying to get a giveaway by Montembeault, and that did not happen at all. Kapanen moves it ahead. Demidov rushes in, and he shoots it around the horseshoe, and that'll do it for the power play. 1-4-5 Vegas. When trailing after the second, they have forced a lot of games into overtime. When trailing after 2 periods, they haven't been able to win much of them, though. That pass was picked off. Gallagher almost. Hurdle. Back ends Barbashev. Feeding it across Eichel. Trying to feed it in front for Hurdle. Couldn't. Hurdle to Eichel in the corner. Eichel has it. Installs it deep. Has Bowman tied up along the wall. He gets free. Bowman pressured from behind. Centering pass for Barbashev. Couldn't connect. Gallagher. And played back by Dobson. Matheson will move it ahead. That'll be an icing by the Canadiens here at 2 minutes into the opening period. And it seems like Slavkovsky got, I believe, cut in the face or around the lip area. And was not called for anything there. No penalties at all from that. But there's the man that's been the story in this game. Montembeault's been great. Shot across Hanifin. Shot Dorofeev. And Struble will move it ahead. Struble forces it out. Deeper into the neutral zone. Whitecloud, a stretch pass. Dropped it off right into the middle. Hurdle. That's poke checked away. Valeno. Suzuki will move it ahead. Nick Suzuki on the far wing. Rimmed it all the way around. Back to the point. Held in. Valeno. Shot! Deflected on goal, and a save made by Schmid, who's also been in the story in this game. Two and a half minutes into the third period. Schmid with the save right there, and Whitecloud helping him out right there in front of the net. There's the other Jack Eye. There's 2 Jack Eyes on this team now. Believe me, I don't know if they have any relation. Maybe. They might have a relationship, whatever. But 2 Jack Eyes on the team for now for the Montreal Canadiens. I believe they're brothers or cousins, whatever. Same thing. Jack Eye gets the puck, and it's Hudson who waits, sends it deep into the corner. Suzuki up high. Struble shot, deflected, blocked. Rebound Suzuki. Couldn't get it. It's Riley Smith charges ahead. Kolasar to the far corner. Kolasar feeds it behind the net. And it's picked away by Suzuki. Out to center it goes. Valeno bouncing puck. Shot back in. Korzak has the puck 3 minutes into the opening third period. Montembeault, Lane Hudson, has it behind his own net. Just trying to slow it down here as Montreal's just holding on to a 2-0 lead. 12 shots on goal for them, 22 for Vegas. Evans couldn't get to the loose puck, and here's Mark Stone the other way. Howden dropped it off. Here's a chance for Marner. Off his stick as it was sliding off his stick. Matheson also put a poke check there. Evans on a break. He scores! And it's 3-0 Montreal. What a play to move that puck ahead. I believe it was Texier potentially. And Evans gets the goal on a breakaway, and it's 3-0 Montreal. As Mitch Marner just could not handle that puck. And the other way, Montreal went to strike on a breakaway. And on the glove side there, and it's a 3-0 Montreal lead. Wow. What a shot by Evans. That'll be an icing on Vegas. And now the crowd looks even deader than it was opening this period. Wow. A third line goal right there. Great pass by Texier. It slowed down because it hit Theodore's skate a little bit. Perfectly placed. And Evans has made it 3-0 Montreal here. Matheson played it back out to center. And it's played off the boards by Dobson. Suzuki shooting it back into the far corner. Now behind the net. Caulfield knocked it down in the corner. Caulfield trying to get it. Bolduc. And here's Barbashev the other way. Eichel right through the middle. Splits through Suzuki. Eichel waits. Drops it off to the point. Hannafin with some room. He shoots! Deflected save! As Montembeault of another big stop in front of the net. And it still remains a 3-0 lead for Montreal. Barbashev was in front trying to get the deflection. I believe he did, but Montembeault still made the save as Vegas is just on the doorstep right now. They need one if they want to make a comeback here. Eichel twists and turns on Kapanen. Eichel backhand pass, and oh, what a chance there as Bowman was tied up, or else if he could handle that puck a little bit well, he could have made it a 3-1 game as Kapanen's shot went wide. Slavkovsky lost the puck there as Hannafin flips it out to center. So Vegas getting some opportunities after the 3-0 goal. Barbashev got in the corner, lost it. Kapanen held in the zone by Dorofeev. The other way comes the Canadiens and Carrier. Flipping it in deep, and it's glitched my stream again. Great, my stream is glitched again. Give me a moment, everybody. It's done it again. How fun. Give me just a moment, everybody. I hate when the streams are just so unreliable. Okay. Okay, 14:45 left to go. It's played along the wall. Dorofeev shot! Save made. Saad has it behind the net. Saad trying to feed it in front. Couldn't. Held in the zone, though, by Vegas for just a moment. We're going to need a power play here or something. Here they come back in. Hurdle receives the pass in the corner. Saad went down in the corner and flipped out of the zone by Montreal. They shoot it back in, stall deep into the corner, and it's Hutton. Looks to move it out, and here's Dorofeev the other way. Maybe some speed here. Riley Smith slows it down along the wall. Riley Smith. The stream is doing this again, man. Riley Smith has the puck. Got knocked down, and it's played out to center. I just genuinely don't know why the streams are doing this. Here is Riley Smith carrying it back in. Onside, Smith, centering pass. That got knocked down. Kolasar, he was trying to get the pass from Smith. Cleared out to center. Theodore, pass, deflected back in. Kolasar from the blue line. Struble. Here's Hudson. Struble, backhand pass out to center. Theodore. Played it back there by Sissons. 13:20 left to go here in the third period. Vegas needing 3 to tie it. Howden. Centering pass was right in front. Couldn't get the deflection into the goal. Stone, centering pass from Marner, got picked away. Great play by Leighton Hudson. And he carries the puck out to center. Caulfield, great pass. Hudson's in front, and he couldn't receive it. Suzuki, behind the net. Bolduc has the puck. Plays it into the far corner for Caulfield, feeding it back to the point. Shot blocked on the way through as Dobson had made the pass to Hudson. In Vegas, looking to clear the puck out of their own zone, and they will. Right to the middle, Stone couldn't receive the pass there. It was deflected. The other way, it's shot back in by Dobson. Schmid slowed it down. 12.5 to go in the third. Vegas with 23 shots. Montreal's now kind of catching back on the shots now. They have 16 now. At one point, it was like 20-9. Even in the second period, and now they have kind of caught back up with the shots on goal. Still trailing, though. But they're up 3-0. Savkovsky has the puck. Great pass across for Dobson in the shot. Deflected into the far corner. Savkovsky installs it deep into the corner. And that deflected. Maybe out of play. 11:59 to go. 3-0. Montreal will be back. Evans, the latest goal scorer on a breakaway. We're welcoming you back inside of the T-Mobile Arena. 11:59 left to go here in the third period. In a 3-0 Montreal lead, they have dominated with their opportunistic chances, and Vegas has not been able to find the back of the net even though they got 23 shots on goal. Deflected just wide of Schmidt. Valeno has it in the corner. Now behind the net, Theodore moved it ahead. Barbashev. Vegas trying to get something here on the board and trying to get some momentum back on their side of things. But right now is a egg on their side of the scoreboard. McNabb has it between the circles, moves it ahead. That pass deflects. And that one will be an icing, I think. My stream, again, doesn't want to cooperate with me. I just don't get it. That tough to just work. Montreal right now, 12-7-3 in the standings right now. And the faceoff is going to come back into the Vegas zone. Off the draw, one here. Hudson. Savkovsky installs it deep. Demidov deflected it. Theodore. Kapanen. Couldn't get it. Hudden. Savkovsky. And moved ahead here. Barbashev. Right to the middle. Deflected back in. Struble. Between the circles. We'll move it ahead. Here's Demidov. Splitting through. Demidov. Rimmed it around. Vegas with less than 11 minutes to go. They're trying to make a comeback here or get something on the board because right now they have nothing. Kapanen centering pass. Deflected away off of bodies. The other way come the Vegas Golden Knights. Hurdle 3-on-2 potentially. Hurdle waits. Hurdle shoots and a save. Montembeault again. .10:42 to go in the third period. Another big stop by Montembeault. And it still remains a 3-0 Montreal lead. As Vegas has just struggled here, obviously. They've had chances, haven't been able to get through, and I don't know if he blamed the goalie here. Maybe on the second one, but an elite shot by Caulfield on the second goal. Theodore playing it for Saad. Knocked down. Hurdle. Plays it behind the net, Dorofeev. Hurdle gets it behind the net. Hurdle trying to center one. He lost the handle off his stick. The other way comes Evans. Evans moves it ahead. Evans slows it down. Feeds it back to the point. Jack-Eye rimmed it around. Evans knocked it down. One of the gloves fell off of one of the players there in front of the net. Texier. Carrier, cross ice. Shot back in by Montreal. Half a period to go here in Vegas. 3-0. Montreal leading. Vegas has no goals so far in the game. Rimmed all the way around, and Carrier lost it along the boards, and it comes free for Suzuki, who moves it ahead for a speedy Caulfield, who lost the handle. Vegas will get the puck now. Howden deflected back in. Howden gets it again. Howden from behind the net. Feeds it back up high to the point. Hudden fakes the shot. Feeds it down low for Marner. Marner. And Stone trying to get to the loose puck. And Jack-Eye will move it ahead. Or Bolduc, pardon me. Knocked down Suzuki. Mark Stone lost it. Brett Hudden couldn't get it. And the other way. Marner just shoots it back in. 9:10 to go. 3-0. Montreal leading. Vegas trying to get something here on the board. They have nothing right now. Trying to make a dent in this scoreboard and bring life back into this building. They haven't had it since the opening faceoff, and then a whistle here as a puck battle was stuck along the boards. Less than 10 minutes to go. 9:01 left to go in the third period. We'll be back. 3-0 Montreal. We welcome you back inside the T-Mobile Arena inside Vegas, and it's a 3-0 Montreal lead on the road as they have been able to negate anything Vegas' way. There is Tomas Hertl, inner slot shot leaders. 23 games played, he's had 38 of those. Behind him is tied with Wyatt Johnston. And then Jason Robertson of the Dallas Stars, Anders Lee with 35. And then the rest of the Brinket, I believe, Detroit. Shot back in from center, right on goal, and a save by Montembeault with 8:54 left to go. $3-0 Montreal against the Vegas Golden Knights, and this has just been a crazy one here. Sissons, Kolasar, there's Riley Smith on the outer circle. They're needing to produce something here because right now they are sitting with nothing on the board and losing 3 in a row. They might about to lose 4. This one in regulation. Shot back in by Whitecloud. Rimmed it all the way around Sissons. Kolasar along the boards. Riley Smith lost it along the boards to Veleno. And Veleno will force it in deep. Whitecloud picks up the puck. And he'll stutter step, and he made one of the Canadiens fill in the process, and Dobson. Hannafin will move it ahead. Kolasar in the corner. 8:15 left to go here in the third period, and a 3-0 Montreal lead, and nothing here for Vegas in this one. Kolasar in the corner. Riley Smith trying to get it free. To the point. Hannafin shot. Blocked on the way through. Hannafin gets it again. Noah Hannafin across. Whitecloud fakes the shot. Back for Hannafin again. Hannafin shoots. Deflected. Knocked down. Kolasar missed the net. Riley Smith back to the line for Whitecloud. Stutter step. Shot. Blocked on the way through, and it's cleared out of the zone by Montreal. And both teams will go for changes. Less than 8 to go here in the third period. Barbashev will move it ahead. Splits through the legs of Savkovsky. Feeds it in the middle. Shot! Save! Eichel. Eichel with the opportunity. And a big save by Montembeault. With less than 7.5 to go here in the third period. That chance right there, right in the high slot. And a great opportunity for Jack Eichel. Kolasar right here, just barely missing that one from up top. Might have hit the crossbar. Get a restart in the face-off dot. 7:29 left to go here in the third period in a game where Vegas hasn't had much. They had that power play early on, didn't convert on it. Then Montreal on a delayed call made it 1-0. So Cole Caulfield made it 2-0, and Evans made it 3-0 on a breakaway. Right now, Vegas could really use a power play. Cole Caulfield trying to get to the loose puck. Theodore got it instead. Barbashev has the puck as he carries it in. Eichel in the high slot, drops it off to the point. McNabb feeds it to Theodore. Theodore on the backhand, now back on his forehand. Theodore shot, deflected down, and it was blocked on the way through. Suzuki carries it in. Shooting it deep into the corner, less than 7 to go here in the third period. Knocked down behind the net. Bolduc to the loose puck. Caulfield will get it in the corner. All the bounces now going to Montreal's way. Suzuki, centering pass, got through. Dobson shot right into the glove and into the pads. And a save made there by Schmidt with 6:37 left to go here in the final period of the game. As Montreal is 6.5 minutes away from locking down this one. And they're trying to get one more thing, and it's for their goalie. Because right now they have done everything right. Even though getting outplayed in the first period, they have been able to fight through, and they've had the lead for the majority of this game. Hannafin to Dorofeev. Vegas will need a miracle here. They need to gamble all of it if they want to get something here. Savkovsky has the puck on the backhand. Into the corner. Centering pass for Kapanen. Couldn't connect as Hertl will move it ahead. Dropping it off. Dorofeev, Saad, open man at Hurdle. Hurdle delays. Hurdle, poke checked away by Demidov. Slavkovsky will move it ahead, tied up with Hannafin. Slavkovsky has it in the corner, almost a giveaway right in front to Demidov. Hurdle to Hannafin. 5:50 to go here in the third period in a game where Vegas needs 3 desperately to tie it up. They can get 1. Maybe the energy will go their way. Marner, that is another bad. Marner has not had a good game here tonight. I don't think anyone here has had a good game. Marner, every single time he has the puck, he hasn't been able to create anything. Theodore moves it ahead. Stone deflected back into the corner. Matheson. Stone trying to center one. Anderson now back up high for Theodore. Shot blocked on the way through. Stone will get to the loose puck first. Trying to feed it out in front for Marner. Marner in the corner on his backhand. Pressured by Matheson. Marner still waiting. Centering pass. What a save on Howden. Right in the inner slot area there. And a big chance was stopped again by Montembeau, who's made 27 saves. Back to the line for Theodore's shot. Blocked on the way through. Goes into the far corner. Less than 5 to go. Bouncing puck. Forced into the corner. And not out of the zone just yet. Marner. Stone all alone. A chance. Scores! And Mark Stone cuts the deficit to 2 with 4:44 to go. And it seemed like Vegas was never going to get one. And Mark Stone right in front of the net all alone with great moves. Stick handling in front of the net. Good goal there, and it's 3-1. And it's not over just yet here in Vegas. With 4:44 to go in the third period, Mark Stone has cut the deficit to 2 in the final 5. So the captain responding for Vegas. And finally they get something on the board, and if they can get another one quickly, this could be a game again. Riley Smith lost it along the boards. Kolesar. Slavkovsky. Turned over to Riley Smith. Smith has it in the corner. Looking for another one quickly. Riley Smith tied up along the boards. Fighting for the puck still. Sissons trying to get it free. Kolesar to the far corner. 4:20 left to go here in the third period. Banks it off the boards. Sissons tied up with Slavkovsky. As Kolesar has the puck. Waiting for an option. Poke checked away by Hudson. Hannafin gets it in the corner. Sissons now. Plays it back. Kolesar. Deflected puck out to center. 4 minutes to go here in the third period in Vegas. Looking to get something here. Hannafin carries it in. Slows it down. On the backhand. Great pass across. What a pass to Eichel. Eichel shoots. Rebound was in front of the net. And it's cleared out to center. Vegas getting chances. They're back in again. Bowman rimmed it all the way around. Eichel along the boards. Mark Stone's 4th of the season. Coming back from injury. Marner with the assist on that one. On their 29th shot of the game. 3:20 to go. Held in the zone. Sending it deep as it got through Eichel's stick. Barbashev in the corner. Matheson lost it. Eichel, and it's slowed away there. Bolduc trying to clear it, and he will. That'll be an icing on Montreal with 3:09 to go. And you got to expect here they pulled a goaltender sometime soon. Most takeaways since 2014-15. Mitch Marner and Mark Stone on the list. 846 for Stone. He leads the list. Leads the league in that stat. And Mitch Marner 7th with 650. Backlund, Draisaitl also on there. 3:09 to go here in the third period. And Vegas trying to make a comeback here in the final 3. And an empty net at the other end for the Golden Knights. Here's a chance to end the game for Gallagher. He clears it out to center. Theodore. 3 minutes to go. Third period. Vegas needs 2 to tie it. Theodore. Marner drops it off. Eichel carries it in. Lost it. It was picked off. Gallagher was trying to shoot it. He fanned on the shot there. Almost a giveaway right into the middle for Suzuki. Vegas gets away with 2. Marner Now Hurdle has it in the corner. Suzuki looks to clear, and he will. Race for the puck here at Gallagher. Eichel gets there first. Eichel almost put into his own net. That could have been terrible there. Theodore now has the puck. 2:24 to go. Third period. 3-1. Montreal leading. Vegas trying to make it a one-goal game here. Empty net at the other end. Dorofeev has it in the corner. Dorofeev towards the net. Deflects it. Wide of the net. Eichel to the point. That's picked off again. Suzuki to the empty net. Suzuki wraps it around. Can he get it? He shoots it wide as it deflected. Now another chance. Slavkovsky. He scores. Empty net goal, and it's 4-1. And that'll put the game away there. That's the initial shot by Suzuki, deflected off of the body, and Marner actually saved the puck a little bit there. He slowed it down, and it still went in. Yikes. And then Mitch Marner just, wow. And so Vegas' losing streak is going to extend to 4 games, and the Montreal Canadiens are going to get their second win. Montembeault was trying to go for the shutout. He could not get it. And, but he's played well. 29 of 30 stopped in the game. Riley Smith trying to get it. Carrier. Texier will move it ahead. Behind the net, Hutton lost it almost. Kolasar will get it with 1:40 left to go. Flipped out of the zone on the backhand. Moved ahead here. Sissons trying to get through the net. Montembeault rimmed it all the way around. Texier trying to clear it. Slavkovsky 7th at 18:03. Suzuki with the assist on that one. Jack Guy clears it out to center ice. Hutton with 1:25 to go in the third period. 4-1. Canadiens leading over the Vegas Golden Knights. Montembeault plays at Carrier in a dominating effort here by the Montreal Canadiens, even though they've been outshot for the majority of the night. But they're going to pull off the victory here in the Sin City. Shot back in by Howden. Banked off the boards with less than a minute left to go. Montreal looking to clear it again. Saad on the forecheck will try to get in the corner. Lost it along the boards to Veleno. Veleno will move it ahead. Maybe a 3-on-2 here. Gallagher trying to feed it for Veleno off the glass. And it's moved ahead here. Give away to Veleno right in the slot. Gallagher trying to wind one up inside on the back check. Was able to stop him before he could get the shot away. 32.9 to go. That one deflects into the bench and out of play. And so Montreal is going to get the victory here in 32.9 seconds. And the difference in this game, Montembeault. What a goalie he has been tonight. He was having some tough stretches and tough starts. And he has been big for the Montreal Canadiens, only allowing one as the Mark Stone goal at less than 5 minutes to go in this third period. Doesn't make the difference here in the game, as Cole Caulfield will look to get the game winner. Feeds it into the high slot. Sissons lost it. Kolasar feeding it back. Sissons up high. Korzak, 15 to go. Shot towards the net was blocked on the way through. Flipped out of the zone by Montreal with less than 8 to go. Knocked down here, and Vegas is going to lose 4 in a row as Montreal gets the victory on the road here in Vegas. 4-1. They win it. What a win here for the Montreal Canadiens. 4-1. The game winner, Cole Caulfield in the second period. A short side shot that beat Schmid. And the final here in Vegas, 4-1. Montreal gets the victory. And they get their 13th win of the season. Vegas will fall to 10-6-8. I'm Max. Glad you tuned in with us here on the NHL and MHS 4-1 final here in Vegas. We'll see you next time here on the NHL and MHS. Good night, everybody.